three phases that Compose will need to go through every time it produces a frame. Is that correct though? Not completely, right? Because Compose is able to skip each one of these phases separately. How it does so? It does it by tracking state reads on each one of these phases. So if there is some state that is getting read or being read during the composition phase, let's say, for example, within the side effect within the body of our composable function, in that case, if the state changes, it will cause recomposition, full recomposition of the composable, because it is getting read during the composition phase. But if the state is read during the layout phase, for example, in a custom layout modifier, for example, to decide about the size or position of the actual element, then it will only cause recomposition or re-execution in this case, or invalidation of the layout phase. And maybe also the drawing phase, right? We'll need to re-execute again because the layout is going to, have a different size or a different position. And it means that we need to draw it again, most likely, right? So these changes normally cascade forward, right? And then finally, if we read some state from the drawing, custom drawing modifier, let's say, for example, within a draw with content modifier, that will cause, if the state changes, of course, it will cause the drawing phase to run again on that composable, but not the layout phase or the composition phase, right? So this is the important part here. Any of these phases can be skipped separately. Any of these phases can re-execute also separately, okay? What else do we need to know? So is it true that Compose runs each one of these phases to produce a frame and on every frame? No, that is not true. Compose is smart enough to skip phases separately. So that's pretty much it. See you.